Hello, I'm Dr. Dan Ryan, President of Dowling Catholic High School. Welcome to the virtual recognition ceremony of Dowling Catholic's Distinguished Alumni and Distinguished Young Alumni recipients. Following graduation, we invite our alumni to stay connected to the school and to the community, and proudly recognize those who do so with certain distinction. Today, I have the honor of recognizing our 2020 Distinguished Alumni and Distinguished Young Alumni recipients. The Distinguished Alumni Award recognizes individuals who personify one or more of the following: distinction in their professional life, service to their community, and/or serving as a positive, inspiring role model to young adults and others in the community. The Distinguished Young Alumni Award recognizes graduates who are under 40 years of age who have demonstrated outstanding leadership and philanthropic capabilities and orchestrated meaningful change as leaders in their profession or community. I am proud to recognize Bob Nizzi, a 1958 graduate of Dowling High School, as our first 2020 Distinguished Alumni recipient. As a student, Bob was a leader who excelled in the classroom and on the football field, lettering his junior and senior years and serving as team captain all 4 years. He served as class vice president his sophomore year, as president his junior and senior years, and earned the Aquinas Key Award. Bob went on to graduate from Loras College and married his wife Adelaide in 1961. He started working at Dowling High School in 1964, where he spent 24 years as a teacher, dean of students, counselor, and football coach. He met lifelong friends during his tenure and enjoyed every opportunity to impact a young person's life. Bob was known for his ability to quiet a gym during a pep assembly. In one of Bob's famous speeches, he called for everyone to believe in God's love, in themselves, and in each other. This embodied the Dowling spirit and is why Dowling still holds a special place in Bob's heart to this day. Bob left Dowling to pursue a career as a counselor and football coach at Boys Town in Omaha, Nebraska, using his passion and what he had learned to help a whole new generation of young adults. He retired from Boys Town after 16 years of service in 2005. Bob and Adelaide had 7 children and 19 grandchildren, with their 20th due later this year. Bob's son, Chris, followed in his footsteps and currently serves as head football coach at Boys Town. One of Bob's favorite pastimes is helping his son coach and continue to develop young men for the future.
My name is Bob Nizzi. I graduated from Dowling in 1958. And I also had the privilege of teaching at Dowling for over 26 years. It's humbling to receive the Distinguished Alumni Award. I accept this award with deep personal gratitude, and I also accept it for all of my former Dowling colleagues, the fine teachers, the religious, the BVMs, the diocesan priests, and all of the dedicated lay teachers who laid such a strong foundation to make Dowling so special. I would also be very remiss if I did not thank, in a special way, my wife and all of my children who walked the Dowling pilgrimage with me. It was a cooperative family effort and adventure, as it still is with every Dowling family. Everyone wants to belong to something great. Everyone wants to belong and be part of something greater than themselves. And I had a privilege as a Dowling graduate and Dowling teacher to be part of Dowling greatness and Dowling mystique. I have the highest respect and admiration for Dowling Catholic. I treasure all of my time and memories at Dowling, and I will always treasure this Distinguished Alumni Award. And I want to tell you why. Dowling Catholic is more than a structure that once existed at 9th and College and now on Buffalo Road. Dowling Catholic is a living understanding, belief, and a purposeful spirit grounded in the teachings of Jesus Christ, and as expressed by all of its people with belief, work ethic, and sacrifice. A Dowling diploma is more than just a piece of paper or a certificate that a student has attended. Dowling is an invitation to spiritual transformation in faith, wisdom, truth, and courage. But it doesn't happen all at once. It takes time. And Dowling teaches how to allow God to work with us in His time, in everything that we do. And when a Dowling graduate looks back at their time spent there, let them always remember the two most important Dowling faith lessons of all, and they are these. Ultimate victory belongs to those who persevere in faith, and good friends in the Lord never say goodbye forever.
Next, I would like to recognize Libby Nelson, a 1973 graduate of Dowling High School and a 2020 Distinguished Alumni recipient. Libby was born in Des Moines, the second of 5 children to R.W. and Mary Nelson. She finished her undergraduate work with Washington University in St. Louis in 1977 and graduated from Drake Law School in 1980. Her experience includes work with the Iowa state government and as a law clerk for the bankruptcy court for the Southern District of Iowa. Libby joined Kemin in 2001 in the role of Chief Legal Officer for the company. She is currently Vice President and General Counsel and responsible for intellectual property and regulatory affairs and environmental health and safety for North America. Libby is a member of the Board of Directors for Kemin, where she also serves as an officer. Libby is admitted to practice law in the state of Iowa and the state of Wisconsin, and before the federal district courts in both states. She is a member of the Iowa and Wisconsin Bar Association and serves on the boards of Youth Emergency Services and Shelter of Iowa, Living History Farms, and the Des Moines Symphony. She has 2 sons and currently resides in West Des Moines, Iowa. In her free time, she enjoys reading, gardening, and keeping track of her dog, Ocho.
Hello, my name is Libby Nelson, Dowling class of 1973. I want to thank everyone who was responsible for this recognition. It is a great honor to be included with this distinguished group of graduates from Dowling. I had intended to give these remarks in April at the Honors Assembly. The pandemic got in the way, but I think they're still relevant today. On April 4th, 1918, the year World War I ended, and we were facing the first pandemic in modern times. My family and I began a long relationship with Dowling. My great-grandmother made a gift to Bishop Dowling for the Diocesan College Fund, the genesis of Dowling High School. Bishop Dowling indicated in his letter to Hannah Kane that he hoped this work will someday grow under God's blessing into something which we who are present at its birth shall all be proud, of which others, seeing its fair state, shall bless us, who with sacrifice and endearing of our confidence in one another ushered it into being. So here we are, more than 100 years on, and it is indeed of fair estate. Along the way, Dowling has educated 3 generations of our family. Lots of concerts, plays, football games, debate tournaments, track meets, basketball games, swim meets, softball games, homework, tests, and graduation. It has been an excellent run. With the class of 2020, the youngest member of Generation 4 of our family of Matt and Hannah Kane and Thomas and Ann Kelleher will leave Dowling for college and a sparkling future. He's there now. Treasure your education. In times where the world is upside down and graduation and classes are online or virtual affairs, I'm reminded of some very wise words from a very wise woman, Helen Kane Kelleher, my grandmother. She observed from the depths of the Depression, after she had lost her daughter, her husband, and her farm, that in the darkness, starlight still remains. Let the starlight of the dark night lead you on your way to a bright new day, where your education at Dowling will continue to inform you for many years to come. Good luck and great good fortune to the class of 2020 and the class of 2021.
Our final award is the 2020 Distinguished Young Alumni Award, which goes to Dr. Allison Blythe Weissfall, a 2000 graduate of Dowling Catholic. Dr. Weissfall participated in swimming at Dowling Catholic and was a member of the state award-winning medley relay team. She was recruited by Truman State University for both athletics and academics, where she majored in exercise science and became a 4-time Division II national champion swimmer. After Truman State, she attended the Medical College of Wisconsin in Milwaukee, where she pursued anesthesiology as a specialty. Following medical school, she moved to Chicago to complete her intern year of residency, where she won a Resident of the Year award as voted on by her peers and staff physicians. She and her husband moved to Boston, where she completed an anesthesiology residence program at the prestigious Brigham and Women's Hospital, a Harvard Medical School teaching hospital. While at Harvard, Dr. Weissfall was elected chief resident of her anesthesiology residency and participated in mission trips to the Dominican Republic and through the Indian Health Services. She went on to complete an International Pain Management Fellowship at Brigham and Women's Hospital and was the winner of the 2013 American Academy of Pain Medicine's Pain Medicine Fellowship Excellence Award. In addition to her work as chief resident, Dr. Weissfall is also co-author of a textbook on surgical pain management. Upon completion of fellowship, Dr. Weissfall continued as staff at Harvard, doing interventional pain management and anesthesiology. Dr. Weissfall returned to Des Moines in 2015, where she resides with her husband Mark and their children, Miles and Clara. She currently serves as medical director of Central States Pain Clinic in West Des Moines. Dr. Weissfall is on the leadership team for the national organization Women in Neuromodulation and speaks at a number of local and regional conferences.
Thank you to the Dowling community. I am so honored to have received the Outstanding Young Alumni Award. I am very humbled, so thank you. In receiving the award and being nominated, I've had the chance to really reflect upon my time at Dowling Catholic, and there's one person in particular that I wanted to acknowledge and recognize, and that would be Coach Crouch. Just baseline, let's face it, he truly embodied the spirit of Dowling Catholic, and just with his passion and leading the PEP assemblies, at least back in my day. On a personal level, I was fortunate to have swam under him for 4 years. He was my coach. And I feel like, he rooted for me as a swimmer, of course, but also as a student and as a person. And I just feel like he provided me with a great set of skills that lasted me throughout my life. Things like hard work ethic, being a team player, because how often in life do you need to put your needs second for that of the team or that of whatever group you're with. And then also just having passion for what you do, or doing something that you're passionate about, kind of go hand in hand. So those things have stuck with me throughout undergrad, med school, residency, beyond. So thank you, Coach, for everything you've taught me. I also would like to recognize the current student body at Dowling Catholic. You guys have been through so much in the last 6 months, and I feel like your high school experience will be affected because of it, certainly. And so I just want you to know that the Dowling community is behind you 100%, and we're rooting for you, and really want to make sure that you guys have the best experience that you can. So with that, I'll end it and just say thank you again for this award. It is such an honor. Thank you.
I would like to congratulate our honorees on their tremendous accomplishments and thank them for serving as outstanding role models for our students. We are proud of their success and for representing so well what it means to be a Maroon.